of these palm colored people are very, very hilarious. And sometimes I wonder what they actually think before they go ahead, pick up their camera, pick up their phone, pick up their mic, and then just start saying something. I just feel like sometimes they just want to say something that will make us, as the palm color, that will make us, as the gods choosing, the lost choosing, to actually get angry, to actually get frustrated, to actually come back for them, so that at the end of the day, they'll be like, oh, they're high racist profile too. Because let it make sense to me that you are literally jealous of the black community success. Like, let it sink into my head why you should even be jealous. Oh, they no longer want us to create content. They no longer want us. So they want to be in the content industry, the tech industry, the filming industry, every single thing. Have you forgotten who we are? We do not give up on things as easy as possible as you think. So no matter how hard you're trying to play your game or throw your dice, we are definitely going to still be successful. And when I say we, I mean we the black people, especially my black Americans people. Anyways, this is not to bash anyone. Credit belongs to original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. I'm going to go ahead and roll out the clips I have for you guys so that you guys can watch. Please make sure you watch from beginning to the end so that you will see exactly what this people are actually saying and where they're actually coming from, if it is a positive way or a negative way. Anyways, with that being said, let's dive right into it, and I will be back.
You are a black content creator here on this app, and you start your videos with, "Dear white people, we don't want your advice." Okay? We don't want your advice. When you start a video like that, you immediately are putting all of us on the defense, because just like you can't help the color of your skin, we can't help the color of our skin. Some of the content creators that I have seen lately on this app, you guys are obsessed with us. You're obsessed. We're not spending our days thinking about you or how we can make offensive videos towards you. Dear black people, dear black women, or advice for black women. I'm not going to give you advice. I don't have any of your lived experiences, and I'm not going to pretend that I do. If I ever came onto this app and I said, "Dear black women, I'm going to hold your hand when I tell you this," you would immediately be put on the defense so fast. You'd be pissed, because you're like, I'm not going to listen to this white woman give me advice on like my hairstyle, how I dress, how I talk, where I live, what I do. I saw a woman on this app yesterday, and the comments they're not disappointing, because you have other black women in there, black men, that are all coming at this lady because she started her video that way. It's like, I don't need your advice. Why are you so obsessed? Why are you so obsessed with us and what we're doing?
Well, the reason that it is because it's always been popular, as far as I know, in my lifetime, for black people to pick at white people. Because black people for a long time have considered themselves a victim. And so now they're taking this opportunity to get 3, 4, 5, 600 years of reparations back from white people, which is so dumb. It's so stupid, because no person that I know that is alive today has ever experienced any kind of slavery, racism, and all of that stuff. And so now what's happening right now is it's called culture gatekeeping. And what culture gatekeeping is trying to control the narrative of how other people receive you based off of what you think is your culture. So, for example, there's a lot of black women that are wrong as far as understanding where cornrows came from, but right now it is super popular for black people to have braids and cornrows. So if they see a white person have it, then they're going to start off their video and say, "Dear white people," and then they're going to go into how it is that you're culturally inappropriate for appropriating their cornrows, right?
Why do white people not want to admit that black people are oppressed so bad? All I keep hearing is "me too, me too, me too" about Corey, the guy that hung himself. I make a post about Trey and they just keep screaming Corey. Like, shut the fuck up. Y'all do not need to be included in everything. The same way y'all exclude us, we can exclude y'all because y'all exclude. It will forever be a race card. The fact that you all think that we don't have the right to bring up the fucking race card when it's valid is exactly why it's a race card. Oh, a KKK member wouldn't hang a white man. Yes, the fuck they would. Yes, they would. Because that's how y'all people be getting down. Y'all are just sickening, bro. Y'all are just sickening. And it be the confidence for me that they be speaking with, like they're just so right about everything. Should be actually hilarious. Like, I've never seen, you know what it is? White people as a whole are a pick me of a race. Like, y'all want to be picked for shit so fucking bad, bro. No. Y'all oppress black people. I'm so fucking sorry, but yes, y'all oppress black people. If you don't like it, then change it, because it's not up for black people to make y'all not oppress us. It's up to y'all to stop oppressing us. I just can't.
White people do not realize that the things that I've been making videos about are racist. I think there's been some confusion on who my videos are actually for, because the majority of my videos that I make about race have been trying to encourage white people to stop doing these racist coded things. There are still people who will staunchly defend that saying the N-word in a rap song is not racist. They're like, it's just a word. It's not actually racist. Who gives a fuck? Right? Like, they genuinely are in denial that the things that they are saying are racist. It's not that I'm trying to say these are new revelations, as if black people or people of color haven't noticed these things before, because ultimately the point of my content is to have white people see it and to reevaluate the things that they say and do on a daily basis in hopes of reducing the impact of white supremacy around the country and trying to get them to be more mindful of other people. I've gotten messages from multiple white people in my DMs talking about how they do certain of these things without realizing it, and that is why I make the content, because that's the only way that I foresee this country becoming less racist over time.
White people are not allowed to compliment minorities anymore.
A pretty girl now. Can you please not talk about when I switch up my hair? I know, but like, as a black person, to me it feels like a microaggression.
I've seen a lot of people misinterpret this woman's video because she's not saying that white people can never compliment people of color. She's saying that certain comments, even if they sound complimentary, sometimes have racist undertones. If you watch the whole video, she makes it very clear that she's accepting the compliment and appreciates it, but doesn't like the way that this other, presumably white person, is phrasing it.
I'm just saying, I'm telling you how it makes me feel. Everyone's different, but personally, if you like hair, oh, pretty hair. You don't have to like clarify that it was different each and every time, because it makes me uncomfortable.
What made her uncomfortable wasn't the compliment, it was the specificity of the comment about how she changed her hair up, which is something that a lot of black women do. So to have that constantly commented on feels like it has racial undertones to it. It reminds me of when people encounter me and it's like the first time they've met a gay person and they're like, "Yas, queen, slay, you look sickening, sis, go off, do you like RuPaul?" And those comments might seem very harmless and positive, and some gay people might take no offense to them, but for me, constantly hearing those phrases is like, okay, I get it, I'm gay, thank you for your support, you don't have to yas queen me every time I walk into a room. I once met a woman who within 2 minutes of talking to her asked me whether I was a top or a bottom, and for some people they might think, that's just a question, isn't she allowed to ask that? Straight people can't ask gay people anything anymore. You can ask questions, but not within 2 minutes of meeting someone and asking a very personal, invasive question. Videos like this are putting white fragility over black people's feelings. Acting like white people can't compliment people of color based off one video. The creator even said in that video, "This is how I feel, everyone feels differently." She interpreted that encounter as a microaggression. Some other black woman might not have, but we have to acknowledge that that is how she felt and that's what she was sharing. She wasn't making some grand statement about all white people and their relations with black people. She was just sharing a personal moment of strength and setting boundaries for herself, and I commend her for that.
It feels like a microaggression. I deal with it all the time at work, and you can make that face.
And it's a hard knock life, but that darn white fragility, I tell you what.
Yes, that darn white fragility, as you demonstrated by making this video. This whole video screams of white fragility. Placing a white person's right to compliment someone else just because it makes them feel good over a black person's feelings, that is peak white fragility. A compliment is designed to make the other person feel good, not to make you feel good because you're being nice to someone else. Complimenting someone else is about making that person feel good and flattering them, not about yourself and making yourself feel good because, oh, you were nice to someone else. We don't get to dictate how someone else receives our compliments, and if they don't take it in the way that we intended, maybe we have to reword it, and that's all that this woman was advocating for.
Why do white people, and yes, I mean white people, have to make situations unfucking comfortable for everyone else? And while this conversation does not pertain to every single white individual, just hear me out. I don't know about other minorities, but personally for me, when I walk into events with almost exclusively white individuals, I always just kind of like hold my breath, because I anticipate, which it doesn't always happen, but I do anticipate that there will be someone who does something that's a bit ostracizing for me. They, point me out, and then I feel like an other. And so I hope this conversation really leads to open dialogue about what's really going on here, or why it's not okay, because it's not okay. But basically, I went to a unifying event, and the first instance was I had an individual, and we were all in a group setting, and we were all talking about how many children we wanted. And as people are going around the circle, I'm just like, oh, that's great for you, not for me. I personally do not want kids, but I love that for you. And the thing is, both ideas are okay. They're okay. However, the individual next to me turns over and goes, just because your people don't allow having more than one child, that doesn't mean you have to look down at the rest of us. And everyone was just kind of taken aback by that statement. And we were like, and especially me, I have no idea where this level of aggression came from. It was kind of spoken in a more aggressive tone and with a disapproving face, if I may describe. And so I'm over here like, and so I look over at my friend who was directly behind them, someone that individual actually cares about in terms of their opinion. And they go, why would you say that? And they then turn around and say, hey, I'm sorry if that offended you. Are you sorry about what you said and how it's actually not okay to say things like that, and you should really consider your choices moving forward? Or are you just sorry that it offended me and that I'm the one that was offended from that? Because either way, it doesn't make it okay. Anyways, I try to move past that, and then later on, when I encounter two gentlemen that I had to bring news to, before I even said something when I came to their table, the first one says an entire lengthy statement in Chinese. For reference, I'm Korean. And so I just stand there and I nod my head, just listening. And as soon as they finish, I say, so I am not Chinese, but how very cool that you know how to say something like that. And I try to move forward with my statement, and they interrupt and they go, well, then what are you? What am I? Like an animal, And I say, my nationality is Korean. And then I get cut off again. And then the second gentleman goes, 안녕하세요. I understood that. It is very, very poorly stated, but it is hello in Korean. And I say, oh, well, hello to you too. Very interesting how you know that. Cut me off before I can move on again. And they state, yes, because I served in the Korean War over there, and I saved your people. Just like that. My people. I don't know what to say in that fucking situation. Thank you so fucking much. I'm in America now. Oh my God. Dude, I was born here. And so a spark of defensiveness came out of me, and I just immediately state, oh, I was actually born here. I just visit every now and then. And several other statements were said after that, but I don't really want to go into it. And then I come back home and I tell my friend, my closest friend, who is also white, and as I'm telling them about the statements the gentlemen have made, they laugh. And I deadpan them, and I'm like, why are you laughing? And they go, well, it's not that what they did was funny. It's just I'm not surprised that someone like that. I have a good understanding of who this kind of person is and why they would say something like that. You have a good understanding of what kind of people they are, and you think that that's acceptable or that's funny in some way, or it's just, I find that minorities look at situations like this and we think we need to step up and take action to to point out how this behavior is not okay. Just like how with any behavior, with children, if they do something wrong, we point it out and we say it's not okay. But white individuals, having grown up in environments where it's not so bad to the point that a parent points it out and say no, that they just grow up and they just roll their eyes and they're like, oh, that's just Bob being Bob. Like the idea of boys will be boys. But I look at the situation and I'm just like, no gender, no race, no age should ever be allowed to say condescending or ignorant comments that make other people feel like they are an outsider. That behavior in general is not okay. And if we wouldn't allow our children to participate in that behavior, right? Whether it's pertaining to race or anything else, why would we allow ourselves is the real question. And I hate this next argument of, oh, why do you have to make everything about race? It's not always about race. Well, that's the thing. I didn't make it about race. They did. I felt like I was a part of a unified collective event until I was pointed out as another, as an outsider. We could have had a conversation about everything else, how beautiful the venue was, how wonderfully the event was going, all the people that we know, common interests, but instead they had to point out my race and how my race defines me.
My name's Kylie, and here are the top 5 arguments that white people use to claim they're not racist. Number 1, coming in hot, we have, I don't see color. AKA, I didn't mean anything racist, and you're actually the racist one for even talking about race. Number 2, we have, I'm not racist, my boyfriend/girlfriend is insert minority here, thinking that dating a person of a specific minority group therefore excuses them from being racist. Number 4, we have, I don't care if you're black, white, yellow, or purple, as if that absolves them from being racist by simply declaring they're not, then they're not. And number 5, oh, this one's tough. We have, I have black friends, therefore I can't be racist, not only to black people, but to any minority group. As you can see, the main thing in common between each of these phrases is a refusal to take responsibility for the racism and actually finding a way to make themselves seem more relatable by including the fact that they do hang out or associate with people of color. Yes, you can be racist even if you interact with people of color on a day-to-day basis or if you are dating a person of color. Love you guys.
Welcome back, guys. They want us to mind our business, but they are not minding their business. They want us to stay out of their lane, but they are not staying out of our lane. They said we are obsessed with them. The last time I checked, what have we been obsessed about? Is it the success? Are we not successful? Is it the money? Don't we have? Is it the house? Don't we build houses or buy houses? Is it lands? Don't we have landed properties? Is it cars? Don't we drive cars as people that look like me? Mention one of the things that I need to be obsessed with when it comes to the palm-colored people. You know, a lot of them will just come out here, throw some tantrum here and there, so that their comment sections can actually be choked with people that look like us. And at the end of the day, they will not use that comment, tag it up on a video, and then start expressing and showing you that exactly what they are talking about, this is what these people are actually doing. So, as a content creator, every single thing we see on the streets are contents. Even when you cough, it is a content. Even when I breathe, it is content as far as I'm concerned. A lot of people fail to understand this, and the earlier you understand, the better. You can't say we should not come here and be like, dear white people. There are other of the palm-colored people that also do dear black people. That is one thing you fail to realize. Now, let's forget about that one and move to the next clip, where literally that guy was talking about a black content creator being complimented. And what is she literally saying in that video? She was saying that the way they're actually throwing the compliments is looking like a high racist profile to them. And I keep saying something, right? Even to my daughter, I said, there is a difference between good morning and good morning. It's a two different thing. There's a difference between, oh, I like you and I like you. There's a difference between good evening and good evening. So how are you throwing those compliments on her? And why would she see it as it is not okay, especially when you find yourself in the environment of these palm color people trying to make it look as if they are complimenting you, but at the end of the day, me and you know that that is actually not a compliment. Which one do we talk about? Let's move to the next clip, where literally you can see their fellow white folks actually coming here to air out the honest opinion to them. And that is why these people that actually come out to air out the honest opinion, I don't do anything but love them more. Because they know the absolute truth. Yes, they know what it takes. They know what it means. They knew their people very well. So, and when they are coming out here to correct them, a lot of them, instead of taking that advice and going into your room to sleep, now you're coming here to say, we are obsessed with you. Obsessed with what? To be precise. The last time I checked, you are the one that is scared of our success. You are the one that is scared of the people that look like me to grow more than you. It did not only start now, it started from generation to generation. It started from slavery, segregation, Jim Crow, plantation, cutting. It's just a whole lot that we cannot mention. It even went to the point of burning down a lot of things that we need to use to see as historical means or see as things that our children need to actually see. Remove them from the libraries and so on and so forth. Which one do we even mention? A lot. But anyways, I'll leave it to let me your thoughts in the comment section. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Like this video, drop me your comment. And lastly, do not forget to share. Credit belongs to original creators of every clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. And guys, I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you supporting. I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you super chatting. You guys mean a lot to me. I do not take you guys for granted. And my heart is full of joy and appreciation. Anyway, subscribe, like, comment, and share. And yes, with no further ado, I do like I say in my videos, I'm going to be saying, and I'll see you guys in my next one. But do not forget to drop me your comments in the comment section. And don't forget that we do not support any form of fight or violence on our channel. We only give our honest opinion and go our way. We stand a chance to be corrected. So feel free to correct me in the comment section. If you think maybe I've oversaid what I'm not supposed to say, or if you think what I'm supposed to say, I'm supposed to top it up again with Jara. There's something Nigerians call Jara. If you don't know, ask any Nigerian person around you, especially if you're watching from US, Canada, Australia, or any other places that you're watching from. Anyways, I'll see you guys in my next slide.